Hello, everybody. This is Mary from Pangerbon Gaming, and I want to play one of my favorite games, which is The Lord of the Rings War in the North, which was originally released in 2011. And I think it was actually removed from being able to buy it on Steam in 2019. Now, in the last couple of days, it has come out. The last couple of days it has come out, and it's the Legacy Edition. So I'm just going to go in here now and just have the loading screen going for a second. Now, when the game released in 2011, there was a few issues with it. One being that each of these characters shared one inventory, which was very difficult to maneuver because it was a very small amount of space. With this edition, they each have their own inventory. Another thing with the original edition was that it was only at certain points could you change to different characters. And now you can switch them on the fly, which is also very handy for upgrading, etc., etc. Now, how do you play this game? For those of you who are new to it, well, what you have to do is basically play all 4 difficulties. Now, I'm going to go into options here for a moment, settings and audio settings. I'm going to reduce this music down a bit. Okay. So, and that will automatically save. If you haven't got a save, you can go into settings and save it this way too. So, you have to play it on the 4 difficulties. And why am I saying that? Because when you play it on each difficulty, it carries everything over to the next difficulty. So there is easy, normal, heroic, and legendary. If you ignore easy, then you're going to miss out on at least 20 skills that you will require when you get to legendary. So whether you're playing it solo, it's the way I've always played it, whether you play it solo or with multiplayer, you need as many skills as you can get. Each character has their own set of skills. There are 3 sets of skills with 3 skill bars. And even if you play this game for the 4 difficulties, you will never fill all those trees of skills. So and of course you can buy a coin to reset them all if you want to. So to get the best out of it, that's how you have to play it. Also, when you play on easy difficulty, your enemies are on normal difficulty. So when you play on normal difficulty, your enemies are on heroic difficulty. And when you play on legendary difficulty, your enemies are higher than that. So I've already played easy difficulty on this new game. And so I'm starting now on normal. So I always use the elf. If the elf was male, I'd still be using the elf. The elf has the best qualities, and I'll show you why, because they also have a healing orb. Okay, so I'm going in here now, and you can see I'm a level 20 up there at the top right-hand corner. Okay, so we're going to go in here. As I said, there's Farron, who is the dwarf. I've changed their appearances. Now, I think that'll carry over too into this game as well. And that's their default look. All right. And that's the way they look through cutscenes also. So we're going to launch the game.
Of the Great War of the Ring, many songs have been sung and many tales told. The names of heroes like Gandalf the Grey, Aragorn the King, and Frodo the Ring-Bearer are greatly revered, and rightly so. Yet Sauron's grasp stretched much further than the lands of Gondor and Rohan alone, and his forces might have done great evil in the north of Middle-earth, had a handful of heroes not stood in his path. Their stories, too, deserve to be told. Pay heed now to one such tale, which begins here in the town of Bree, just a few short days before Frodo arrived on his quest.
Aragorn.
Eredon, well met. And in company with Andriel of Rivendell and Farin of Erebor. An unlikely trio to find walking through the doors of the Prancing Pony. You were at Sarn Ford last I knew. Do you bear news from Halbarad?
Yes. Grim news.
I feared it would be so. Quickly, tell me what has happened, but keep your voices low. There are unfriendly ears, even here in Bree.
3 days passed. The guard at Sarn Ford was attacked by 9 Black Riders.
Stand fast, Rangers!
We were overwhelmed, and the enemy passed into the Shire.
This is worse than I imagined. I know these riders. It is from Mordor they come. Our folk could not hope to stand against the 9 together. How bad were our losses?
Very bad. We tried to resist them, but they were surrounded by an aura of unnatural dread.
There is more you should know. After the rout, one of the Black Riders met with an ally, a man of great malice and power.
As our master commanded, I have stirred up the orcs of the mountains. Even now I have a force gathering amid the ruins of Old Fornost.
Return at once and prepare your forces. We will have need of them soon.
My orcs will be ready. These lands have known peace for too long. They will soon feel the Dark Lord's wrath.
If this Agandaur has a force at Fornost, then our position grows all the more desperate.
But why all this force against the peaceful halflings? It can't be the enemy sees them as a threat.
I will say this much. There is a hobbit of the Shire who should be coming this way with a great burden. If it falls into the hands of the enemy, it will mean doom for us all. Now this hobbit is adrift on the road with enemies all around. I must find him before they do. And I need you to help me keep him safe.
You are my chieftain. I will gladly do whatever you command.
I'm a part of this now as well.
Then we 3 are of one mind. How can we aid you?
We must reduce the threat from the enemies gathered at Fornost. Travel there and do whatever you can to keep the enemy's eye turned towards you and away from the Shire.
Perhaps we will have help in this task. Eladan and Elrohir were in the north when last I heard. Any gathering of the enemy is certain to attract their attention.
Good. You could find no better allies than the sons of Elrond half-elven.
I hope we meet. But with or without help, the enemy will be kept busy. We'll make sure of that.
Now, as you can see, my characters are all, they look different, okay? And I notice he's not wearing his helmet, neither is he. We'll have to go into that and sort it out in a minute. So, in here, in the Prancing Pony, there are several quests to do, and I recommend you do all quests to complete scaling up and everything else. And the thing about it is, if I go into my inventory here, you will see that I have nearly 80,000 coin. There was a bit of a thing going on in Bree yesterday when I was playing this on easy difficulty, and I don't know whether it's still there or not. It was a bit of an exploit going on the ground in Bree, and I did use it to get as much coin as I could. So, because it was there. Now, as you can see here, and I'll show you my skill tree. she is a dual wielder, which is one of the things you need for the elf. The elf really comes into her own when she's dual wielding. So these are the skills so far. I'll explain the skill tree. This is the word of command. It's exceptional. You actually need word of command when you're playing the elf. Sanctuary for healing. And of course, I haven't gotten this skill going properly yet, but she can do range attacks with her weapon. So if I go in here, that's what I have, using an awful lot of items in here that gives her, as I said, her helmet is 20 health, 6 damage. This outfit gives her power and armor. This is another outfit here that I'm holding on to for later on in this part of the game. This amulet she's wearing gives me 60 power and 60 armor. These are all very important. Even though this is only a 52 armor, where this is 64, gives me 30 power, this gives me 20 health. Now, she doesn't use a crossbow. In here, of course, we have, this is for the ranger only, so I can give that to Aradan. Now, she's a dual wielder. Now, as I said, there's a bit of a problem going on here yesterday with this. And yeah, it's going in now. It wasn't going in for me yesterday into the second slot. And then I go down here, she's wearing a ring that gives her 40 power, and on the other one, strength, will, and armor. These are all very important. While this is only a 44 armor, and this would be 38, this gives me 25 power. And then the same with, you can add rune stones and stuff into it. As I have here, 5 stamina, that would go into clothes mainly. That would probably, I think that one goes into a weapon. And I have an awful lot of things, because she can literally craft and brew things herself. And the same with the other characters. So this is the start of this. So you need coin to buy things, obviously potions. You need coin. As you move up in levels, everything will become more expensive. So if you want to repair your weapons, it's going to cost you an awful lot of money. The same way if you want to buy new armor. So we're going to just hop in here and speak to Aragon. Of course, he wants to be known as Strider here to protect himself, so.
I have a few questions, if I may, Aragorn.
Shh. Here in Bree, there is no Aragorn. Only Strider the Ranger.
What of this man, Agandar, who met with the Black Riders? What do you make of him?
Some servant of the Dark Lord, and by his name one to be feared. His presence in the north bodes ill for us all, but I'm glad you discovered it. At least now we are forewarned.
His name, is it not Adunaic?
Your suspicions are correct, Lawmaster. That name is from a language few now speak, the native tongue of the men of lost Numenor.
Numenor. Then Agandar is one of the Dunedain?
No, not a Dunedain, but in ages past we had common ancestors. While the forebearers of the Dunedain rejected the lies of the Dark Lord, not all of the men of Numenor did so. Many were enticed by his promises of power. Their descendants serve him still. Many are great warriors and sorcerers, but they are consumed by darkness. You know them as the Black Numenorians. Their hatred for the Dunedain is very great, and no less so for the elves. This Agandar may prove a foe as deadly as the Black Riders.
Now, she will already know who the Black Riders are, so I'm not asking that question.
What of this man, Agandar, who met with the Black Riders? What do you make of him?
Some servant of the Dark Lord, and by his name one to be feared. His presence in the north bodes ill for us all, but I'm glad you discovered it. At least now we are forward.
Well, I already
What can
said
you
that.
tell me of Fornost?
Fornost was once a great city, the capital of the Dunedain kingdom of Arnor. It fell to the Witch King long ago. The men of Gondor and the elves formed an alliance that drove the Witch King out, but Fornost was never rebuilt. The ruins remain a place of dread for many. The men of Bree call it Dead Man's Dyke and fear to go near. It is a perfect place for our enemies to gather in secret.
So Agandar chose well, it seems. We will travel to Fornost and see what we can do to upset his plans.
But that's all you have to do is speak to him. Now, I'm going to change character. To do this, now you need to use... Now, I'm only using a controller, guys, so I don't know what it is with keyboard and mouse. So you use right trigger, and then you click here. Okay, so just to show you, he's not wearing his gear here. Skill reduction. Which one had I got on him? I had that one on him. He's also not wearing these, so I'm putting them on him. He also is wearing this, gives him 30 power and 9% power regeneration. And he has this on him. I have him also as a dual wielder, but I haven't come across decent enough weaponry for him at this point. As I said, now they all have their own inventory. She can share things with them and give them things. So I gave him this is one of the things you made. It's a restoring health thing. So there's his skills that I've set up for him so far. He has evasion, which he can hide and kill while he's sort of hiding. And this would be sort of like its form of his attack with the swords. And here he is, I think this is dual wielding on one of them. Yes. But as I said, I haven't found swords good enough for that yet. He's still just using his, his two-handed sword. So, of course, I've upgraded it and got new ones, etc. And as I said, he has a lot of money too. So this would be to do with his range weapon, which is a bow. And that would be his skills here. Right? So I'm going to go over to Farron here. And he's not wearing this, probably because we're at the start of the storyline. Which one had I? I had him that one. That's the one he was in. He's also wearing one of these strength and armor amulets. And I've given him this. So he has all that to go with that. And he's using this axe here as well. And he too is carrying items in here as well. So this would be to do with his war cry. So, which is very handy. It protects you and everybody else. Over here is a sweeping attack. And I have quite a lot on that. And then he has his crushing blow. So in here are his skills. So as I said, I'm using the elf. So we're going to go over here. And we're going to talk to, if I can move, that'd be very handy. Now you see Tether Hedgerow. This is a guy who actually gives you riddles. So if you haven't got a lot of money when you're starting off, which I think is something like 1,000 or something coin that you have, you can basically bet with him and you can get some money out of it. So I'm just going to do it now with this. I don't really need it, but just to show that it can be done.
What have we here? A stranger in town. A stranger's just what I'm looking for. Interested in a little harmless pastime? You're starting to make some money from it.
What sort of pastime did you have in mind?
Why, nothing more than a simple game of riddles is all. I love a good game of riddles. But everyone in town has already heard all I know. I reckon I could stump you, though.
My folk enjoy riddles as well, but I have never heard of money changing hands over them.
It's simple. You stake some money and I ask you a riddle. If you give the right answer quick enough, I'll double your money. If you're wrong, the coins go to me. What do you say?
Now you don't have to be quick answering them, like you can take your time. So you just say ask away.
I am intrigued. Ask me your riddle.
First you have to put up your money. How much do you care to wager? Remember, you stand to double it if your wits are quick enough.
Now the thing is, you can put up as many silver pieces as you want. If you're starting off with this and you have very little coin, just use the 10 silver pieces.
Done. Now remember, you'll have to answer quick. I won't give you long with real money at stake. Are you ready?
Yes, let me hear your riddle.
At night, they come without being called. By day, they're lost without being stolen. What are they?
Stars.
Oh, right you are. You're a smart one. Give me a chance to win it back, eh? What do you say to double or nothing on another try?
Very well, you shall have your chance. Let me hear your riddle.
The more you have of it, the less you see. What is it?
The more you have of it. Darkness, wouldn't it be?
Oh, correct. You've a cunning mind, no mistake. Go again, double or nothing?
As you wish. Riddle away.
Always running, never walking. Often murmuring, never talking.
It's a river.
Has
You
a
see,
bed, but never sleeps. Has a mouth, but never eats. What is it?
The arrow will point usually to the answer. Sometimes it doesn't. So you can see there, it's a river. Obviously, it has a mouth. It has a river.
That's the answer. I've been too easy on you, it seems. Go double or nothing and I'll stomp you this time for sure.
As you wish. Riddle away.
I'm always hungry. I'll need to be fed. The thing that I touch
Fire.
will soon turn red.
That's
What
fire.
am I?
So it was hitting there, so it has to hit fire.
Oh, right by thunder. I can't get anything by you. Give me one last chance. Double or nothing once again.
This could get you up to 500 coin, just so
As you
you'd
wish.
know that.
Riddle away.
My life can be measured in hours. I serve by being devoured. Thin I am quick, fat I am slow, wind is my foe.
I
What
think it's a
am I?
candle.
I see I'm dealing with a riddle master. More the fool I for putting up my hard-earned coins. Well, fair is fair. Here's your winnings.
Now you can ask again, but you could end up with a question you mightn't, a riddle you mightn't get. So just say
A
thanks.
pleasant diversion. Thank you, and farewell.
So as I said, you can get up to about 400 coin out of that, which would be helpful. And we talked to Barleyman.
Oh, my. Bless me if it isn't an elf maid right here in my inn. Pretty as a flower and all. It's been ages and ages since we had anyone like you in the Prancing Pony. It's an honour. That's what it is. An honour. Plain and simple. Oh, but listen to me prattle on. What can I do for you, lady?
Now the thing here is, if you're using, say, Eridon, who's the ranger, you will be greeted differently. If you're using the dwarf Farron, you'll be greeted differently, just so you know.
What news do travellers bring of late?
Lately, the talk's mostly about trouble away to the south. Seems like there may be war or some other calamity brewing down there. Folks have been coming up the Greenway, or the old road from the south, looking for a place to find some peace.
Are they settling here in the Breelands?
Well, no. It's not that we aren't sympathetic to their troubles. It's just that Bree belongs to Bree folk. We can't take in a lot of outsiders. And the truth is, I don't like the look of a lot of these newcomers. Some of them have mischief on their minds.
Thank you, and farewell.
Now you can ask all the other questions, but if you know anything about the Lord of the Rings, you already know about the Prancing Pony. Now over here, this guy you really need to talk to as well, because you get a quest from him.
Welcome to Bree. You're a stranger around here. May I ask you a few questions?
Perhaps, but first tell me who you are.
My name's Otto Astor, and Bree is my home. I'm worried about the future of the town. That's what I wish to speak to you about.
Speak then. What concerns you?
We hear a lot of talk from travelers these days. Most of them speak of war and of a growing shadow in the east. The townsfolk just dismiss this, say it's far away and doesn't concern us, but I'm not so sure. You've traveled, maybe seen a few things. What's your opinion? Should we be worried?
There is much to worry about, and the danger is not far off.
I was afraid of that. If only I could convince others. But until then, I will have to take action on my own.
What do you intend to do?
I'd like to arrange for arming the town. We'll need more than pitchforks if we're forced to defend ourselves. I tried to convince a dwarven merchant to bring us weapons, but he refused.
Perhaps I should talk to this dwarf.
It's worth a try. His name is Groff. He's selling his wares from a market stall down the street. You might still find him there.
I shall speak with him and return with his answer.
Right then, so he gives you a quest to speak to Groff. Move over here. And the thing is, he wants you to give him arms. Now, you won't get a lot of money from giving him any arms at all, but you can bring them back to him later on. You go up here. This is the mirror where you can change your appearance. And you can do that with all of them, like I have done. All right? So we speak to this guy over here.
Oh, you're an elf, aren't you? Sorry, you think I'd notice an elf walking into the Prancing Pony? I guess I've had my head in the clouds today.
You must pardon my saying so, but you seem troubled.
Oh no, It's no trouble. Not really. It's more like, well, I'm in love.
Surely that is a good thing. Tell me, who is it that you love?
It's Idona Bellflower, my childhood sweetheart. I always thought we were meant for each other, but her father doesn't like my prospects. He's arranging a match with the blacksmith, Edmund Brushwood.
A father's wishes are not to be set aside lightly. But what of Idona? Does she love you as well?
That's just it. I'm not sure. I always told her how much I loved her when we were children. It was all a game back then. Then we got older and it got so much harder to say.
If you love her, tell her so.
I want to tell her. I do. Look, this locket belonged to my mother. I want to give it to Idona as a token of my love. But the chain is broken, and Elman the blacksmith is the only one in town who can fix it. If I take it to him, he's sure to suspect something and turn me away.
A simple matter. Let me take it to him.
Yes, that might work. Elman would never suspect a stranger like you. There's one more thing. Idona's father keeps a careful eye on his daughter and won't give me a moment alone with her.
I will take her the locket and your words.
Wonderful! Just perfect. Take the locket to Elman at the smithy across the street. Once it's repaired, bring it to Idona and tell her I love her and that I'll do everything in my power to make her happy every day we are together.
Very well. I will tell her.
And just one more thing. After you talk to her, could you come back and tell me what she said? One way or another, I have to know.
Certainly. I will bring you her answer.
All right then. So we have to go outside. Now there's not much in Bray over here. There's the blacksmith. Over here there is a store. And up further is Groff, and Idona is up there. So if you want to find out how you're going with your missions, for instance, see there? Tells you in here. And we do need to get repairs done right now anyway.
So, what brings an elf to my shop? Surely you don't need old Elman to set your equipment to rights. I thought you elves could conjure up magical swords with a snap of your fingers. At least according to the stories I was told as a lad.
I am sorry to disappoint you, but such tales are greatly exaggerated.
Guess I knew that. But there's no denying your kind makes some wonderful things. There's a hobbit here in town, Adelgar Oldbank. He's gotten hold of the odd piece of elven handiwork now and again, and, well, let's just say, I'd relish the chance to watch an elf smith at work.
I would like to have this locket repaired. Are you able to do the work?
Let's see it. Looks like something might have been made in these parts. Maybe back in me old dad's day. Wouldn't expect one of your kind to have something like this. Where'd you come by?
You are correct. It is Bree work. I am having it repaired as a favor to a friend.
I see. Well, it couldn't be simpler. I'll just add another link. And it won't cost you but a single silver penny. There you are. Good as new.
I thank you. Farewell, Smith.
And while we're here with him, I'm going to ask for repairs.
Back again. What can I do for you?
But I think I possibly do need them. Yep, need that. That doesn't need repairing. You can see there the repair cost, and that is 177. On easy difficulty, it's probably only about 60. So you can see there's a difference. We're going to get this repaired. That's okay. Just might as well repair them all, really. Just, I don't know whether my armour needs repairing. No, that's okay. That's okay. That should be okay. Okay, what's this here? 38, I can sell that. That's alright. The others probably need to get their stuff repaired too, but just to sort of continue on with this story. So up here, you want to come across these two characters.
You're a strong man, Bramble. You do well with us.
Sounds good, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to hurt no one. Not real bad, anyway.
You think they care about you? I say take what you want and the rest be damned. Well, what do you want, Elf? This is a private conversation.
You said something about hurting people. Why?
Well, it's just that this fellow and his friends were offering me a chance to, well, be part of a gang.
Shut your mouth, Harley Bramble. You don't have to spill your guts to this pointy ear. Elves don't belong here.
I sense that it is you who does not belong here. Keep your insults to yourself.
And what if I don't? What are you gonna do about it, eh? You filthy dog. Have it your way for now. But I have friends, powerful friends. You'll soon be sorry. Mark my words. This whole town will be sorry.
Do you feel the same way as your friend?
Me? No, I don't. I don't even know him, really. He's a stranger here. Just come up from the south a week or two ago. I won't have anything more to do with him, I swear.
I mistrust that one. What did he want of you?
Well, I'm not really sure. He said there'd be changes round here soon, and those smart enough to join up with his friends would end up running things.
He means no good to Bree, or to you. You would do well to avoid men like that.
Aye, you're right. Folks here may not treat me the way I like all the time, but it's still my town. I shouldn't go siding with strangers.
Be certain you do not. I assure you no good would come of it.
This all gets you part of skills to go up. And we need to speak to Groff.
Well now, if you don't mind my saying so, you don't look much like a Breelander. Is there something I can do for you?
I have a favor to ask of you.
A favor? What sort of favor?
These people have need of arms. Will you bring a supply of weapons for trade?
You're pulling my beard. Weapons for these folk? They wouldn't know which end of the sword to hang on to. I might as well try selling shoes to hobbits.
The days of peace and comfort may soon be past for Bree. They must be prepared should danger come upon them.
I'll not deny times are growing dark. There's trouble all around. But you'll never get these folks to believe it. Life's been too easy for them for too long.
Not everyone is blind to the growing threat. It was one of the townsmen who sent me to ask this of you. There are others who are worried as well.
It'll take more than a few sensible folk to make it worth my time. These people are simple and peace-loving. It's plowshares they want, not swords.
They will learn quickly should trouble come their way. Surely you do not wish to leave them defenseless in their need.
You're right, of course. Maybe it's not such a bad idea after all. At least I'd have no competition. All right, I'll do it.
You have made the right choice. The Bree folk will thank you, as do I. Farewell.
That's done. So let's go up to Idona.
Hello, is there something I can do for you?
Rowley Appledore wishes me to present a gift.
A gift? From Rowley? But I thought that is he. I'm sorry, it's just so unexpected. What is this gift?
This locket, which once belonged to his mother.
Oh, it's beautiful. But I don't understand. Why is he giving me this now?
He also wished me to tell you how deeply he loves you.
Rowley loves me? Still? We were so close when we were children, but I thought he had forgotten all that.
No, he remembers, and it means everything to him.
But this is wonderful news. Wonderful. Rowley's always had my heart, always. The poor, simple, wonderful fool.
He is awaiting your answer. What should I tell him?
Oh, please tell him I love him, and that we will find a way to be together always.
A pleasant message to bear. Farewell, Idona.
Now, as I said, there was something on the road here yesterday. It was about here. And when I was running past this area to get to the store around the corner, it kept telling me to pick up a ring. And it was just this yoke sitting here. So when I picked up the ring, I suddenly got picking up loads of potions, armour, etc. And it's not here now. But I exploited it. It was there. So, yeah, why not? So in here we have the shopkeeper.
Well, bless me. If it isn't an elf walking right into my shop like something from an old tale. Welcome, welcome. What can I do for you? I hope you have a trinket or two you would be willing to sell. Nothing as wonderful as elf-made goods.
Now remember, we're looking for 2 elves. We're looking for, I think it's Elrond's sons or something, so we have to ask this question.
Do you deal often with my kind?
Not often, sadly. But there are still elves that wander from time to time through the Chetwood nearby. Sometimes I've been fortunate enough to meet with them.
I see. Have you met with any recently?
Why, no, now that you mention it. I guess it's been a few years since last I met an elf. Though sometimes I've had a strong feeling that they were about. Just not seen, if you take my meaning.
Now just go on here. Show me what you have. So you can sell items in here, which I'm not going to be doing. I would sell these to them, of course. You can sell these items you pick up in the world. Okay, because I don't have an awful lot of space in my inventory. You can also sell weapons and stuff, but as I said, at this point in time, I want to hold on to these for the mission that's it with the guy in the prancing pony, so we can get rid of some of these things as well. Okay, so buy. So he will sell. He only has 4 of these. That's odd. He usually has the equal amounts of the power potions. So he has 6 health and 4 power potions. So they're 180. It's 160 for the power potion. They're usually the same price. But as I said, things go up. As you go up in difficulty, these prices will also go up. He sells arrows, which would be for Eredon. He sells bolts, which would be for Farron. Alright. This is also the respec token, which is 16,000 if you want to change all your skills. Alright, so we're not going to bother with that. I'm just going to leave that now for a moment. If we get over here, I will have to. She would have enough potions. Let me just have a look at Aradon for a minute. He has enough to be going on with. It's Farron that would probably need more. And he can get rid of these things here as well. So he's not really carrying that much in the weapons either, so we can just leave it there. So now he has 12. I'll go back to the elf now. Alright. So we're going back into the prancing pony. Now, when it comes to talking here to Rowley, do not accept money from him. Tell him to keep his money.
You're back! Did you speak to Idona? What did she say? I'm dying to know.
Rejoice. She loves you.
Wonderful, wonderful! I can't thank you enough, my friend. But wait, hang on. Oh, I completely forgot. Edmund must have charged you something for that repair. I owe you for that and for your trouble. Here, take what I have. I wish it could be more.
I am happy to have helped. Keep your coins for the future.
Well, if you're sure. thank you. I'm going to tell everyone how generous and kind you've been. It's a pity we don't see more elves in Bree. You're good folk, that's certain.
May the stars shine upon you both. Farewell, Rowley Appledore.
Now, it's important not to take the money from him because basically these are poor folk and he will give you all his coin. It only costs 1 silver coin, as you saw, for the repairs.
Did you speak with Groff? What did he say? Will he bring us weapons?
I was able to convince him. You will have your arms.
Excellent. My only concern now is the time it will take. What if we need to defend the town before the dwarf-made goods arrive? Maybe you could help me with that as well.
How so?
I can tell by your gear that you are no stranger to a fight. If you should have occasion to, well, let's say, recover any weapons you don't need, bring them to me and I will pay you for them.
I will bear that in mind. Farewell.
Now, all right. Now, as I said, he's not going to pay you an awful lot of money for any of this. As I said, they're just gathering stuff for the people. So be prepared for that too. But you can bring items to him. And if you have coin already in your pocket, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to talk to him now.
Hello. Have you brought me any extra weapons?
I have. All right. So I'm getting rid of the stuff I don't really want in here. And you'll know basically by whether an item is upgrade, it's higher than the level you're using because you'll have that green arrow. And if you see here, that is okay at the moment, even though I'm using it. That's why it's all right. But if I go in here, you can see it's not really that good of a weapon, but I am holding onto it all the same. So I'll give him this one. Obviously, I haven't given him enough there, but we'll just give him that. I want to hold on to the other weapons just in case. So, do I have anything else in here? So, we'll go over to who I said had the weapons. Go to. I think he has weapons, does he? On him. He does. I'll go over here to him.
Hello. Have you brought me any extra weapons?
Okay, so we'll just get rid of... He's using this one.
You've been very helpful. I think we have a good store of arms now. I know you haven't helped us for the money, so I want to show you my appreciation. I found this amulet many years ago on the Barrow Downs. I've always suspected it has some special virtue. Maybe it will be of use to you.
Good luck to you.
Alright then, so this is how you choose your reward. In here, you go into your inventory, and you'll see this little box. Just say use. And we have the ring here, so you have more info. Okay. What's on that? On dexterity. I think either of them aren't really good. I'll just pick the amulet. Okay, so that will sort of go in here. Like what he's already using probably is a lot better, but we've gotten it. That's all that matters. So we're going back to Andrea. So return back to Bree. You will have to return back to Bree on several occasions to level up with whatever you require from the store, etc. And you should return back to Bree anyway as the story progresses because, well, something does happen in Bree. So we're going to progress up here. And if you want to know how to compass, you click down so it'll tell you you have to go forward here. And Bree is always at night time. It's always raining. Now, as I said, I'm on normal difficulty, so the enemies are going to be on heroic difficulty. So we're going to Fornost. And in Fornost, you will meet the fourth character
This
of
is
your group.
foremost, yet I see no sign of the enemy.
These ruins could hide a large army. We might even now be under the gaze of unfriendly eyes.
Well, we came to provide a distraction for Aragorn, and what better way to do that than walking in the front door? Let's be about it.
Now, if you're playing on easy difficulty, you may need to find coin when you break down items that are in the environment. But, okay, so you're telling you now press X for an ordinary attack. Of course, I can... She will flex. I thought there might be something around here. It's the start of the game, so as I said, I don't know whether she has anything in here to blend with, to mix. So we have this. Potion of might. So I will be sharing items between characters as well.
Let's see if you can take me!
See what we collect here.
I have a good use for this.
Search everywhere. Now, I'm not finding as many items as I'd normally find. There's usually a load of coin in these, as I said, when you're on easy difficulty.
This is just what I needed.
Okay, so mix quickly to get so you have space. A rejuvenating cake. Yeah, those things get on my nerves. You can sell them, of course, as well. Now, we're going to proceed in here.
Archers! No enemy missiles can pierce this shield.
And give me some power.
Not yet!
They're still coming!
You see the difference when you're playing it on normal difficulty when you've already played easy difficulty. So I'll just go around searching here. The others can probably watch over all that.
The gate has opened!
Of course, more of them are going to arrive.
The very thing I need.
Alright then. So I got an elf stone of, what is it? An elf stone, it's 35 armour, so that can go into armour. Do we need to search up here? Now you see this here, this is for the ranger. See, these are spots. In the old game, you couldn't see these. It would only be the elf secret items that you can find. So now we can all find them, everyone, to bring the character over to it. And I do recommend putting dual wielding on this character. This what happened to me yesterday. He couldn't get past Baron. Okay, so we're going to move up here, see if we can
Looks
get
like
through
another
it.
ranger has hidden some supplies here.
And because this is him, and I don't have enough space, I'm going to open this up so he has the arrows, and we're going to go back to the elf. Okay, it's very handy now that we can do all this. So we're going to go down here. Look out for certain things. It's like Farron will find golden walls, etc. While you can open, he can open them, just give them to Farron.
This bloom is beautiful and useful as well.
Let me see if I can mix any more. And you do have to keep doing this type of thing. So if I, for instance, haven't got enough of room here, I can give that to Aragon. So now I have more room. If I have too many of these things or whatever, I can just give them to somebody else. As I said, it used to be that there was the one inventory everybody shared, so you hadn't got enough of space to do anything. Now, there's nothing else in here, is there? Except up here.
This will prove useful. I have a good use for this.
Now, sometimes in here you will find an old tome or an item that'll basically help to make up a weapon for you. But on certain difficulties, these things are moved around, just so you know that. Like if you play it on easy difficulty, you'll come across them quite early in the game. So again, we have a lot of items to blend here. A health potion. Let's get that to Farron. So he can sell them afterwards. As you can see, I'm getting very clogged up here because I already have a previous... I filled it up already. We can go up here. There's something over here we can collect.
This has the power to heal.
We already have 2 of them now.
Here is something I can make use of.
This stone seems weak.
And this is brilliant because you couldn't do this in the original game unless you actually were playing as that character. So let us have a look at what we got there for a second. So, of course, well, I'm given these, they all sell for something. So I'm wearing this. It gives me 85 health. I think yeah, so even if these are higher, they're all very low on this difficulty. This gives me power. So I have a choice there. I think the health is a better idea. The truthful about it. And I got some new weaponry in here. Of course, they will be basically weak weapons at this point in the game. So we're going to go in here. And if you're playing on easy difficulty and you're only starting, or even normal difficulty and you're only starting, you can be very overwhelmed in this area.
Just what I needed.
So again, I'm going to mix, guys, just to get stuff out of the way here. Victor's Brew.
Ruins are not sound.
We must find a way out of these pits.
Now this would be to do with the elf.
I will take this.
Well, again, I'm giving this stuff away because it just will be sold later on. We got something else that was new in there. So I'm wearing 86 armor. It's only 15 necessary. You can just sell these things, guys, at this point.
There's a hidden way through this wall.
Very handy.
Let me gather this.
Now, the minute you go around this corner, these horrible creatures are going to start appearing. So it tells you here, if you look at top right corner, hold RT and press whatever is on the D-pad to switch characters. There will be one of them up along here. I'm only getting 1 or 2 coin. Like playing on easy difficulty, you get a lot more than that. So we're going to proceed in here. So you will be overwhelmed by these if you haven't got any skills for it.
These goblins are small, but deadly all the same. That must wait. I need more time. I must wait.
She will always move faster after coming out of a combat roll.
I cannot do that yet. Not yet.
She'll keep telling you that she hasn't got the skill or something. Need to get rid of these guys up here. Need to get down there.
You haven't got the stomach to face me!
Alright then. So, say for instance your characters haven't got an awful lot of potions. You can just stand here. So you can all build up your health. Loot everything. Now that thing that was on the ground in Bree yesterday, it sort of appeared after I had finished this area of the mission. Have I got something up here to search? There is something over here, I think. Nothing around there. Some what upstairs. Don't worry about your point of interest yet. As I said, you want to collect as many items as you can. Need to go across the other side now. Up along here first. I'm sure there's a Dunedain cache along here. There it is.
Ah, a hidden Dunedain cache.
Let's see what we got there for moments. Another rejuvenate cake. Okay, so let's give this to Farron. I didn't know I had two of them. Did I find another one of these? 45 armor. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend people. I see people selling these. Don't sell them. As I said, you can add them to weapons and armor, and you can sort of let them hold on to them. So I'm going to change back over here to him. And let me see what he has here. No, you can sell that. He can hold, I think it's 80 arrows. I made sure of that. You can upgrade that with them. And we'll look at what Farron has in here. That's no use to Farron. That's Lore Master only. It's still no use. Not for the level I'm at. What has he got in his inventory? He has 26 of these. He needs more bolts. So I'll go back over to her. But we've cleared this side, have we? Yeah. I thought, there it is. I thought I sat down there. I thought I saw something like floating around. Probably fine, yeah.
This bloom is beautiful and useful as well.
I'll be doing a lot of mixing and stuff and moving around these potions and stuff as well, to give us room. So if you want to know where you're supposed to go, as I said, just hit that and hit down on the left, oh goodness, not the trigger, whatever the thing is called.
What creature could be making those cries?
That creature is going to be your fourth companion, and remember, he is a companion. Just so, a lot of people do not use him that way, but he is a companion. Now try to just get past. Actually, we'll just do this. Move out of the way. If it's getting too hot in the kitchen, guys, move out of the way. Is there more of them coming? Oh, here they are.
I thank you, friends. Without your timely arrival, my death would have been slow, but certain.
Now, a lot of people are a bit confused about the giant evil eagles talking in the Lord of the Rings. They could talk, so I'm not asking that question.
We are pleased to be of service. No one should be left to suffer at the hands of the goblins. May we know your name?
I am called Balaram. My home is in the Misty Mountains, and I serve Gwaihir, Lord of Eagles. Who is it I have to thank for my rescue?
I am Andriel, and I belong to the household of Elrond Half-Elven, the Lord of Imladris. My companions are Farin and Eridan.
Then I am indebted to you, Andriel of Imladris, and to your friends.
What brought you here to Fornost?
I often range far across the lands of the north, gathering news for Gwaihir, my lord. When I saw activity here in long-abandoned Fornost, I grew curious and flew lower to investigate.
What did you see?
Goblins and other foul folk are working within the ruins. They appear to be preparing for war, building siege engines and stockpiling arms.
Were you able to determine who it is that leads this force?
I saw a tall man, heavily armored. The goblins obeyed his commands. Who he is I cannot say, but he had an aura of menace, like one tainted by the shadow.
That must be Agandar.
You know this man?
He is a servant of the Dark Lord. We must find him, and destroy him if we are able.
I will assist you, but it will be perilous. The enemy has positioned war machines upon the inner wall. They limit my ability to fly freely.
If we could reach the top of the wall, we might be able to destroy the machines.
Beyond those doors, you will find a passage and stairs leading up to the wall.
The machines are certain to be heavily guarded. We could be walking into a trap.
I will take to the air and draw their fire. If we are fortunate, that will allow you to gain the top of the wall unobserved.
Very well. Let us begin.
Now, Balaram is one of my favorite characters in a game. And as I said, he is part of your group. So, when it comes to a certain mission, keep him out of it. That's all I'm going to say about that. A certain quest, do not use him. So let us have a look around here now. What else did we get here? More coin. As you can see, it's taking a long time for me to actually gain a level here. Because I'm already at 20 skill, so it's going to take a while.
Let me gather this.
I'm going to make room in here. I'm going to need it. Health potions are always welcome. Yeah, rusty great sword. Anything else around here? I think I can climb up along here, can't I? Yeah, I think so.
Oh, the very thing I need.
Now, yesterday there was coin in all of these things. As I said, I'm not going to get that now, which is fine. I don't need it. But we will go back to Bree to see if that thing is still there. I got a polished garnet. Now I only have to make room in here. Give me a moment, guys. Aragon. What is my weaponry like? What is that filling up yet? No. Oh, I got a Vanquisher's amulet. Let's see. Yeah, you can put one of those elf stones into that if you wanted to give you armor. But this one I think is a very good one. Like I added 2 stones to this to give me armor and power. So yes, the elf stones are very handy. I can add one to that too. So what else did we pick up here? All of these would be very low grade because we're in Bornos, as I said. It was very low grade, so we need to go back and sell all that. What am I wearing? 44. It's giving me power. Alright then. Have we finished all that then? Did we pick everything up? This.
Just what I needed.
And I recommend that you do pick up the herbs because, as I said, if you're stuck for a power potion, she just might be able to make one for you. As I said, I have a whole load of items in here. Power of might. What's this? A warding potion. I'll give that to Aragon just to hold on to me, so I'll have space. Now, if you're on a computer like I am, you can use your mouse to move things. So you want to just put that in there to make it a bit easier for you to see things. So in case you're getting confused with your elf stones and what you have, I have got a lot of space, as I said. What is this? Put that up there. Alright, so. And I'll give this Baron. Now, this is a store, and it's also a place where you can go to return to Bree, which I'm going to do. But what I want to see is what they have in this area. So again, you can see there's a difference. Yesterday there would be 4 of each. Now there's only 3 health for, and the prices are changing already. Let me have a look for a moment here. Yeah, I certainly have enough of that. It's the power potions. I would actually use more power than anything else and health. So I'm going to buy the... he has a lot of power. It would be... Yeah, he's down again on his power. So I get him to buy the power potions. Hold on. So now he has 11. He uses a lot of power. Aradan doesn't. I'm going to go back to Andriel. I don't know what that was. You see, this is what started happening yesterday. There was, like as if I wasn't picking things up and there was little bags of coin. So maybe this thing will be in Bree when we go back to it. I'm going to go back to Bree. Let's find out if it's there. Because it's, I've never seen it before. This is not, there's no exploits in this game. So yeah, I was somewhat confused by it yesterday. And it's on the ground, as I said. I think they realized it was there and got rid of it. It should be around there somewhere. And it looked like a little box. Yeah, so I don't know what the heck all that was about. But we need to sell items anyway. Sell. When this is filled up, I can sell them. Probably the best way of doing that. This would be for a ranger only. That's not bad though. 62 armor, but it's still down. $53 armor. Just to clear areas. I always hold on to a spare in case everything gets damaged on me. What's this? 12, 15. I'll hold on to the 61. As I said, I can sell items in here as well. And I'm going to get some power as well because I'm going to need it. Sorry. So I want to go to for here for a moment. Does he have anything in here now? 96. Needs to be very low. I might hold on to that if I actually get a decent sword for him, so I can have him dual wielding. But that gives him stamina and damage, so I'll hold on to that. 65, 64. He's actually holding stuff here for me as well. I have to get bolts for Baron. That's why you loot everything, guys, because you have many have I got to do. So you get money for everything you sell. It's only 11 of those. He uses a lot of, I am on sale, aren't I? Yeah. Oh, he has a lot of weapons. Hold on a moment. Yeah, they're very weak weapons, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Now, since we're over here, we're going to get our items repaired. And yes, I recommend you doing this for the simple reason that if you leave a weapon till it's completely broken, it's going to cost you more to repair. So you just want to repair items. That doesn't need repairing. I will just that. Like this, that. You might need repairs. Yes, and I added all those stones into this axe that he has. No, he doesn't need weapon repair, which is handy. He doesn't need any of it. So we'll go back to... Well, we went right in. Doesn't need repairs. Doesn't need repairs. And I just go back to... There we go, and see if she needs repairs. I doubt we do, but anyway, I thought that exploit thing might be there, but they probably discovered it yesterday. No repairs required. No repairs required, just check everything. Because there's going to be certain battles that you come into and yeah, that does need a repair. I wasn't using this, but just keep an eye on it. Might as well just repair that while I'm here. I have the money. Now, did I get her to sell any of our items? I wanted to look at this. That gives me health and damage. Sell these. Selling that. I'll hold on to that. I'm going to have to start sharing a lot of stuff in my inventory. Which I'm going to do now, actually. I'm going to go up here. How many warding potions do I have? See, I need to get these 5 things mixed. Give me 5 spaces. But anyway, we'll go back now and do the rest of this mission. And we're just about going to hit on level 21. Do you see that? I don't know why this happens, but there we go. Well, they put their helmets back on. It's ridiculous. What one was this? That's 96. Put that back on him. Yeah, there's a bit of an issue going on with certain things, I do have to admit about that. We'll go back to... And he's actually missing his outfit again. Has he got no gauntlets on either? Yeah, it happened to me yesterday as well. They wouldn't have their full armour on when I actually fast travel. And this, of course, gives you can run through this to find out how well you did or how others did or whatever. It's just sort of a score point.
We've reached the top of the wall. Now to find and destroy the war machines.
Belarom is in danger.
Mind the edge. It's a long way down.
Yeah, we get out of the way, dude. I want to get over here. Is she dual wield? Has she lost her dual wielding again? Oh my god. There we go. I was wondering what was going on. They had to sort those issues out because they didn't have those issues in the original game.
What deviltry is this? A goblin sorcerer!
He's got some magic in his command.
Lima!
There's one of the machines.
Yeah, I have some magic too. Let me go in here.
Push the war machines from the wall. Look out below! There's one more machine that still needs to go.
The cult of the lidless eye. Yes, we found something. Let me see.
There is one of the war machines we seek.
Fight me if you dare!
Not yet!
Where is he? I can hear him biting something. Oh, they're coming down the stairs and the wall.
There's one more machine that still needs to go.
Let us push these war machines from the wall. The war machines have been destroyed.
Let's look through all this.
Our path is now clear.
Would we loot everything around here? Is that an arrow floating in midair there? I saw an arrow floating. Yesterday there was, I don't know, there was health potions and power potions. They were floating in midair in one area of the game. So let me have a look.
opportunity to call on Belarom's aid. Cannot do that yet. That must wait.
Alright then. We're still looking for certain things in here. There it is. The western's artifact, okay? You'll find them in different areas. In easy difficulty, you sort of know where they are. So I only have 2 of the Belarom's feathers right now. What else did I pick up here? They're sort of a bit worthless. And there's the other artifact. Find the third artifact. Well, if I'm correct, we will find the third artifact when we sort of end up in a place. Again, you can see how you're doing. Now, if you're playing this on easy difficulty, you've already probably gained 2 levels. Let's go over and speak to our pal, Balaram.
The wall is clear. Well done. I am free to fly unhindered. But there are others fighting in the city. They may need our help.
Could it be Elrond's sons?
I cannot say. But they move with stealth, and they leave a trail of slain enemies in their wake.
That sounds like Eladan and Elro here on both accounts.
They are likely heading for the Citadel, just as we are.
Then let's push on. Maybe we'll meet up with them.
I will shadow your movements from above. In open ground, I can strike against our foes. Call on me when the need is great.
Oh, the very thing I need.
I hope it is the very thing you need, because you can mix some of these things. Another healing cake. Are you kidding me right now? Yeah, health potion, that would be better. I can put it into a slot. Of course, here you have another. Just click on it. And return to free from here. We're going to follow up here.
Look there! It's Eladan and Elro here.
Ah! The elf twins can give us a hand!
Let me gather this.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to see if I can mix stuff to get it out of the way. I'll push. Now, it's funny. I don't know. It's something I didn't check, and I'm going to check it now. I don't know whether each of them have eagle's feathers. They don't. Actually, in many ways, their inventories look bigger than mine. It's because they're empty. His is very small. I'm not imagining that. Go back here for a second. Yeah, it looks much bigger. But I only have 2 eagle feathers. In other levels, you will pick up eagle feathers when you break through different items. But I thought it was to get 3 originally.
This is just what I needed.
Is it though? No, it's not.
We must find a way past this gate.
You're no match for me!
No, because he got in my way, I ended up wasting a thing. Don't stand in my way. I need to get Duck up there.
We should call an eagle to our aid.
Yeah, I sort of can't do that though. Anyway, we'll get one as we go along. Doesn't really matter.
This would
Let
be
me
a
see.
good time to call on Belaram.
Yeah, we're trying to call on Belaram.
It's good
There
to have
we
an
go.
eagle on your side.
Yeah. But if you hadn't got my way earlier on, we would have had the door down.
This will prove useful.
There's something behind that, is there? No.
This will prove useful.
What's that elf stone we just got there? Something to do with orcs, is it? Oh, the undead. Yeah.
I have a good use for this. This has the power to heal.
Yeah, then. You got picking this thing up. No. And we can mix these last two things in here. You can have that. And we can't climb up here. And yes, if you're on computer, even if you are using a controller, if you wanted to run faster, just hold down left shift.
I recognize these signs. A ranger has left a hidden cache here.
Right, then let's turn out for you now for a minute.
I have a good use for this.
Do I still have feathers? I don't. So we searched everything. Let's take it. I don't have any feathers. Sure I don't. No.
Beware! They have a powerful war machine!
You're no match for me!
Let's go.
Belleron could help us here.
Yeah, better. I only had
Reinforcements!
We need more time.
Come on, straight-hearted scum!
You're shooting at me. I don't want to go up here. Who is that? I don't think I have an eagle's feather, but we'll find out. Nope, I don't have.
This is just what I needed.
What did you say? Yep.
Here is something I can make use of.
There's a load of stuff down here that we can collect. Ah, I got a great feather. And before we do anything, we're going to level up. We get everything around here. We didn't.
Just what I needed.
So I'm going to give her Will. So let me see. This is her word of command. So a killing blow regenerates. L, B, and V. Yeah. So the way the trees work basically is you have to pick things you might want to open up certain areas. For instance, this isn't really what I want, but to open certain things up, you have to choose them. Before you can confirm it, you can remove the points. Where did I have it in here, for instance? A temporary armor bonus. Upgrade the elf's passive power regeneration. I already have 1 point in that. Great increases the duration of sanctuary. Plus LB&A to instantly heal nearby party members, which is very handy if you're in battle. So I take it would be this one that opens that one. So yeah, that could be your next one, which would be very handy if you're in the middle of a battle and your the other two characters are down, so you can't actually, that would heal them. So that would be much handier than actually having to heal them. So I'll take that one for a temporary armor bonus. Yeah, whatever. We'll just confirm it there now. All right, so let us move over here now to him. Give him dexterity. He's sort of a bit off on dexterity there. Will is very important, but for him, I would say it would be more dexterity, so we can confirm that. So this is evasion. I don't see him using it a lot. Increase the duration bonus. It's cooldown. That's always handy to have, the cooldown thing. This would be his heavy shot. This is Ranger Strike. Yeah, I have to get 2 decent swords for him though. What's this? While blocking, to rush ahead, striking targets for a bonus damage. Each killing blow grants temporary strength bonus. So it's probably this one that opens those ones. Yeah. So we'll go with that. Alright, so now we'll go to Farron. Strength would be his thing, but I need to get his will up. Dexterity. Just even it out there. So we have his war cry, which is very important because his war cry can actually help you. You know what I mean? So let's have a look at this. While blocking, to charge violently ahead. That's probably what opens it up. Yeah, we'll do that. This one over here is a sweeping attack. A lot of these I have opened up there on that. And this would be his crushing blow. But the one that I chose there, so he can rush ahead, this requires a shield though. And I can give him a shield. Oh, that could be a good one. Hold on. I still need that though to open that up, don't I? Hold on. Move the point. Yeah, I do. I still need it, so I'll have to confirm that. And then we'll go back to the elf. And you'll never fill in all those skills, even as I said, playing this 4 times. I'll get you to open that.
I sense a hidden opening in the stone.
The very thing I need.
Here's the ancient tome that I was talking about. I want to have a look at that shield for a moment that she got there. Hold on. .66 armor. Okay. So I was to give that to Baron for a moment. What's the other one? Give that to Aradon. These are still rubbish weapons. Huh. No. And what did you find, Farron, in here? How many health potions? It's not bad. So I said I could sell health potions. This is open here. Now we have to go down here. Oh, it's like as if I have a glare or something going on there. I don't know what it is. Something shimmering. I want to have a look at my critical damage, fire and shock damage. He's still dual wielding, isn't he? Yeah. So let's see how far we can go now with this. I'll go in here.
A troll! Be careful!
Do you fear the face of war?
That didn't take long, did it? No, it didn't. Hold on, hold. That's actually comical. I thought that was going to take longer.
Someone's coming.
Besting a troll in combat. That is no small feat, friends.
It was, actually.
It would appear that we are on the same side. Perhaps we could be of assistance to each other. Allow us to offer a hand.
So you can see there I'm on normal difficulty, which means the enemy is on heroic difficulty. I'm actually quite surprised that that was so fast. Anyway.
Andriel, is that you?
Well met, my friends. We were told we might find you here. I am truly glad to see you. Allow me to introduce my companions, Eridan of the Dunedain and Farin of Erebor. I present to you Eladan and Elrohir, the sons of Elrond Half-Elven.
It is a pleasure to make the acquaintance of such skilled and courageous warriors. Was it the three of you then who freed the Great Eagle?
Yes, Belarom is his name.
That was well done. But what brings you to Fornost?
We were with the Rangers at Sarn Ford when we were attacked by Black Riders out of Mordor.
We brought word to Aragorn in Bree, and he asked us to come here.
That is grim news. But I fail to see why Aragorn chose to send you to Fornost.
The Black Riders are in league with a man called Agandar. It is he who commands this force.
I begin to understand. Aragorn wishes you to distract Agandar.
Yes, that is our mission.
But now that we have joined forces, we can do more than distract him. Let us cut the head from this serpent of Sauron.
Agreed. But first, we must find him.
He is certain to be in the citadel at the heart of the city. We must attempt to make our way there. No easy task amid these crumbling ruins, and a host of orcs and goblins will seek to bar our way. If we are separated, press on toward the citadel. There we will regroup for our final attack.
Very well. Let us begin.
Follow us!
Now at this point, guys, I'm going to leave it and come back to it. So if you want to save the game and the basically save point, go into audio settings, move this thing up and down or whatever you want to do with it, and then go back and it'll save and go back. So until next time, look after yourselves and each other. I hope you enjoyed the episode.